Hello, this is Seth Wending, and welcome to another AFI 100 Greatest American Films list review. Today we're going to review Chinatown. It's at the 19th space in the 1998 list, and it occupies the 21st place in the 2007 list. Came out in 1974. This movie is a tribute to the film noirs of the 30s and 40s. Film noirs were largely detective films with stark contrast, talking about good and evil, and they usually wanted to go from the gutter to the highest echelons of society. This is Roman Polanski's last American film before he had to flee to Europe in 1977 because of rape charges. It stars Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. This screenplay is noted as the best screenplay ever. The reason being is because it shows the best parts of the film noir genre. And one of the quotes is, "Just find a girl, Mr. Giddings." Giddings is a detective. It has more than one meaning, finding the girl. It means something totally different than what you think it means. And that goes to the mystery of the detective movie. It goes from gutter to castle, whereas he's investigating something with the water department, and it goes to the upper echelons of that society. It showcases a crumbling family structure, which in the 40s, because of the war and the Depression, families were shifting. Fathers going off to war, fathers going away for work, and just people in disarray as opposed to the 50s when it was a nice nuclear family, but underneath also it still had societal decay. And this film was about water rights, which is still in the news today. Los Angeles is built on a desert, yet if you were going to go to Los Angeles, it looks like a thriving metropolis from, all the gardens and plenty of water, even though there are water shortages and plenty of people. Hollywood is in Los Angeles, of course, and in this respect, the whole city is just basically a mirage. Like Las Vegas, the water comes from the north to feed the city, and they're always needing more and more water as more and more people move to Los Angeles. It depicts a real scandal called the 1908 Ocean Valley Rape. And it depicts a real person. The real person is William Mulholland. He was on the water board. And there is a street called Mulholland Drive. It's really famous in LA. It's up in the hills, and you can see the beautiful city below to it being sparkling. It's also about the San Fernando Valley land grab. Well, San Fernando Valley used to have orange groves and fruit groves, and Los Angeles wanted the water going to those fruit trees and vegetable patches for their city. So, people were buying up the land and the water rights just because they knew that, they would get rich off from them when Los Angeles bought the rights from them. Everything about this movie is not what it seems like. Los Angeles is built on other people's water. You know, the mystery of who gets murdered and why is just more of a cover-up than what do you think it is. It goes to the film noir tenet that nothing is what it seems. It may look stark black and white. This is a color film, by the way. Noir was filmed in black and white very harsh lighting to reinforce the black and white of wrong versus right, but it also reinforced that there's a lot of gray and there is really no right and wrong. And this being color was still filmed stark color and shadow, but it also talked about how everything is up for grabs, the land is up for grabs, morals are up for grabs, and it's just going to go to the highest bidder. Like people say today, you know, everything is being bought up by billionaires. Well, there's a feeling that it is. Well, it might not always have been that way, but it feels like it always has been that way. So that's the way American society seems to be functioning or not functioning. It's a really good film. What I like about it the most is that getting extended of Jack Nicholson, when he was tailing people and doing all this private eye stuff, he had to maintain the constraints of the genre. Like today, if you were tailing someone, you might Google someone's address with your phone, or you may tail them with some kind of a tracker, but he had to make do. One of my favorite parts is he wanted to know when the car left a certain place in the parking lot. So he bought a cheap clock. He set it to the current time and he put it under the car's wheel. And he would come back later when the clock was smashed and it would tell you exactly what time the car left. That is pretty genius. Another thing he did was when he wanted to tail a woman's car, he broke the tail light of the car so it had one tail light out, and he followed that at night during a tail. And that was also pretty genius, and I wouldn't have thought of that kind of solution. So overall, it's really interesting to see how things operated in the 30s and 40s. You know, you kind of forget, like telephone booths and informants and all the things that used to be commonplace before the invention of the internet and smartphones and all these apps. And it's good to be reminded about how life used to be before the internet. Because now that's all anyone thinks about. If you like this film, click like and subscribe and I'll give you more. Have a good day.